I want to ask the people who think TransAsia crash had to be real. That's a distinction. Some people think it had to be real. And some people think, well, it just looks real. And that's fine with me if they think it looks real. But when people like Jeff C. say it had to be real, and Peter James say it had to be real, now I'm addressing those people. And I'm asking them, does the path that the taxi took after the crash, does it make sense? Now, if you didn't look into it, like I don't think Jeff C. even really looked into this, people who are trying to call it a hoax like me are really digging into things and finding the problems. So they're not going to really know what this question that I'm talking about, what I even mean. What I'm asking is, why did they move the taxi from up on the bridge down to here? This yellow spot here. That is the taxi. I'm going to leave links so that you can put all these videos side by side and, you know, compare them, that this is where the taxi is. They show people down at street level or ground level, that is, walking around the van. Okay, I'm going to put those videos up here too. But this is where it is. They took it. This is my question now. Focus. I only want the reelers, is what I call them, like Jeff, to focus on this question. Why did they take the van from here, put it there? You have to load it up on a truck, drive it, I don't know how far, and then come back here and drop it off. The truck isn't there, so they left it. And then, knowing that they're going to have to come back and pick it up again and then take it to the garage. The garage where the press is walking around it, taking pictures and talking about it. So they have their video opportunity at the garage. So I'm curious, what about this makes sense to you? Dropping it off there. Why not just invite the press down to the garage? Okay? Why does this make sense to load it up twice? Why does it make sense to get oil all over that area too? That's my specific question to you people who say this has to be real. Because if you didn't look into it, you didn't realize that this is what they're telling us this taxi, the trip the taxi took from up here to there and then eventually to the garage. Why does that make sense to you? Because it's a photo opportunity? But they can do it at the garage. Okay, why? Just tell me why. Okay, now the rest of this video is just me showing that is actually the taxi right there. This is from the drone footage, and you see there's kind of like an eyeball shape in this park, so you'll see that in a minute. I'm not going to bore you with too much Google map, but this is the building. Let me just pull back here. This is the building right here that it's out in front of. This is the building that the plane flew over, or nearly over anyway, assuming that the plane is real at all. Okay, so we can see on here that the van is within those double lines. Okay, there's a double line there, and that's the van. Okay, so, and there's a light pole and a light pole, and just beyond that light pole is the van. So it's within that double line. So on Google Maps, which is much older, you have the double line end right there, and after the greenery ends, there's a light pole. So pretty much the van would have to be like right here. So now we'll go to the video. We'll go to the luckiest man video first. We're walking around the driver's side. You can see the license plate number right there. 1598D. And the handicap sticker. See, right here. Well, we're looking at power lines there, but watch the reflections. See this right here? That's the bridge in the background. So the reflection behind us is the bridge, and beyond the bridge is the river. So that syncs up with this. The reflection behind us is the bridge. Okay, and you see the supports for the highway sign. Let's see if we can see this. And here's the highway sign with the supports that you would see behind there. So I'm just going to be doing this. Okay, and also you get to see the door. There is a left side passenger door. So this woman, the passenger, could have gotten out. It's not damaged. Unless for some reason that door was locked. So there is absolutely a door there. And she could have gotten out. But walking around, watch the reflections. Here's that building I say the plane would have had to fly over. Which is just out of view in this drone footage. It's behind this building. You can't see it. And on Google Maps, this is a little bit different. They rearranged this little park area. I think there's actually kind of a little drop off too, from up there down to the street. So Google Maps is a little different, but this is that little courtyard area right here that we see overhead. And if I keep going, remember, I'm giving you the link, so don't get too excited about how blurry this is. This right here is that little dark eyeball feature. Okay. This dark eyeball feature right here. So looking backwards in this video, we see this little dark eyeball feature in this courtyard area. And we'll keep going. What do we see? And if you're watching it, you can look backwards and see there's a support for the bridge. And there's a little bit of jungle between this road and the bridge, so you're gonna see it kind of looks like woods and whatnot. But this is the upright for that highway sign right there still. And right here is white fencing. It kind of looks like vinyl siding or whatever, but it's that stuff that keeps the ugly traffic out of sight. So that's what that is right there in this video, the luckiest man video. Okay, that's highway fencing, barrier, whatever. And now if you absolutely need to, you can see that it's parked on this red stuff, so you know for sure it's not like on the bridge. Okay. Okay, there's the building that it's in front of. The airplane should have flown something like that over it. And I have concluded that I'm going to back up a little bit. I have concluded that the van would be sitting, the rear tire would be sitting right here on this particular, next to this particular grate. Alright, that's what I say. You can see it in these videos, that grate. It's hard to say that it's exactly that one, but since it's still within these double lines, that kind of makes it has to be that one. Can't really be, I don't think it can be this one here, but we're in the general ballpark. And then there's a light pole, and the parking stops here, just like the other on the other video, on the drone video. The parking stops here. This is probably some other illegally parked vehicle. And then there's the van all by itself, kind of stuck out in traffic a little bit. Why would they put it there? I don't get it. In reality, I'm saying. That's my question. Well, we'll keep going, whatever. So that's the grade I think it's on. You see how this courtyard has changed. So don't get too excited if it doesn't match up from Google Maps to the video. It's hard to know what's real. Hard to know what's real. Da, 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 da. Okay, back to Luckiest Man video. I think that this is the plastic laminate that would be sandwiched between glass and a windshield, so that's why it looks like just wax paper. But whatever, it's not important. Oh, I guess it's over. Okay, so once again, that building is that building. I think it's pretty simple to see that that's that building, whatever. So let's go to the other video, which is actually better quality. We'll go to that one. Okay, here's the other video. I'll leave a link because I don't know how to tell you what the name of that is. So we'll go backwards where it starts. It's one of these compilation videos. Okay, here's the double lines right there. Here's the green area between the other roads. And here's the grate that it's almost sitting on. And here's that car that shouldn't really be parked there, but it is. Probably the media, whatever. And you get a little bit better view of the bridge pillar and the freeway sign uprights. And if anybody's looked into this, they know that there's a little bit of electrical sort of thing back there under the bridge, or whatever. So, okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's keep playing it though. Okay, so for now, that's my question. Why did they take it down there? And then pick it up again and take it to the garage right here where they have access. The media has all the access they need, I think. I'm not sure why they needed to do it somewhere else. Now this is video. This is video of that van inside, and if you check it out, you can see that that's scratched up there, like I said in my other video. I'm not sure how that gets scratched by an airplane that hit the hood. See, this video to me looks like too real to CGI it. There's a white mirror. I wonder if that's right too. Whatever. Alright. So they could have, and did. The media did go down to this garage where they did end up taking it. I don't understand this background though. It kind of looks like a studio to me. Whatever. So the media had access to this van is what I'm saying. Why did they need access in two different places? What is the idea there? Okay, I'm asking you people who thinks this has to absolutely be a real event. Would they do this in the United States? Pick up the van, drop it off in the middle of town for everyone to cut themselves on, and then pick it up again and move it to the garage? That's the question. That's the real question. Now, I want to go, for other people, I want to go back to this woman here. She's the passenger, right? She's got... You gotta love the fucking footage and these people give us. So she smacked... Looks like she must have smacked the left side of her head, so that tells me she was sitting in the left side passenger seat, right behind the driver. And when the taxi got tossed around, she smacked her head on the left side of the taxi. That's her with her left hand holding the bag up to her left temple. So whatever damage happened to her happened. She hit her left side on something that was to her left, and that only could have been the window of the taxi, where she had access to a door, so she could have got out at any time. I'm just wondering why the taxi driver thought he had to go to the rear of the van first. She could have got out at any time, unless she was locked in. And is this the taxi driver? Or is this some other guy? I don't know. I don't know, he's supposed to be all cut up, but that don't look too bad. I don't know if that's really him though. And then they both had to stay in the hospital for at least a night. Poor kid. Yeah, so if we go back to the Luckiest Man video really quick, you can see the track for the left side door where she would be sitting right here and she would have cracked her head on this window. Assuming any of this is real, which I'm not assuming this is real. But it is a story, and if their story syncs up, then she would have been sitting here, and she's not handicapped, so she would not have been in the back where the driver checked on first. Was he looking to get a spare tire out? I don't know. But she could have got out. So if there's a story where she's somehow trapped, all of those doors ended up getting opened up on the bridge. So that can't be true. I'm not going to go through their stories and start reading all that stuff. But there is for sure a door right there, and she could have got out anytime. And she was not handicapped. What else is wrong with this taxi? Oh, I just want to show, you can see the bezel on top right there. That's where the taxi sign would have been, if there was one on there at the time of the accident. And in this video, what's the one I can't pronounce video of the taxi walk around, street view walk around. They show, this is the best picture you're going to get that I can see of the bezel with maybe some plastic, white plastic of the sign broken off. So I don't know. I still don't see that sign when the plane is hitting it or before the plane hits it, so I don't know what are they trying to tell us that sign was really there or not. So there's that. If you want a really good look at the bezel with maybe some white plastic sticking out, that sign would have been white, by the way, and not yellow. Some are yellow, some are white. These are white because it's a Crown taxi, and Steve Keys has videos on these taxis if you want to check out those taxis. So it's down there in front of that building. Like I said, if you don't think so, then show me where you think it is. It seems like that's it right there. It seems like that's it right there to me. So it's not very far. I don't know how far you actually have to drive. Could be a shit ton, for all I know, till you get off of this damn highway here. I personally don't think that van was ever on the bridge. It may not even have been here in reality either. Or if it was there, they trucked in a real van and just put it there. It was never up here. That's my theory. If it was real, I still think it was a real van that had been hit by a tree or whatever, and that's why that's scratched up there, or it got rolled over or whatever. And they made up a video of it getting hit, and then parked it down here. It never was on the bridge. They just parked it there, and that's why it's there. Not because the press needed to see it. You know, the press can see it in the damn garage. Okay, the press, they wanted us to see it out in public view. That's what they want us to see, because I think it's a hoax. And then they showed it to us in the garage too. Okay, well, that's all I got to say. I think the van they put it here, and my question is why? I'm not asking people who think it's a hoax like me, because I think we're all in agreement that it was a public display. We are. But you people who think it has to be real, I need you to explain it, because it doesn't make sense to load it up, unload it, and then load it up again, and then take it to the garage. Does that make sense to you? Why? Tell me why it makes sense to you. Please. Okay, goodbye.